to our internal portal, our software portion of our product. So what we're looking at now is the Schoolwide homepage. And this is our password protected Schoolwide homepage. So parents and teachers, other staff members, admin, members of your school community, they would only be able to access this portal with their email and password combination. So this is not a public site where anyone can have access to it. That differs from your public site with Beehively. This is the password protected portal. So moving on, like I said, this is our Schoolwide homepage. So this is the first screen that parents and staff members see when they log in. And this displays all of the school-wide announcements. So you can see right here we have a feed of school-wide announcements, and these are emailed out to parents and staff members where they can view them in their email inbox, or they can log into the portal and view them here. We also have our welcome message over to the side, as well as our spotlight section. These are just two different areas where you can pull information and set it aside from the feed of school-wide announcements. You know, it can be an order form, a lunch form, things like that. So just a different place to display information. The most important difference is these are not emailed out. So if you place the spotlight, your parents and your staff, they are not going to receive an email. But if you send out an announcement, they will receive an email with the exact content that we see here. One of our most exciting features, and one of our, what I like to call our most dynamic features, is our dashboard. So when I say dashboard, I really mean that the administration of the school can track what has happened to each announcement. And this holds true for every school-wide announcement, every class page announcement, and every individual message that is sent from Beehively. This also applies to our reporting. So any of our report cards that are sent out, they also have a dashboard. But let's go ahead and look at a dashboard. So to access a school-wide dashboard, you would select the announcement that you are looking to see. You would click on the sent to 44 people. So right off the bat, you can see it was sent to 44 people. And if you click on that, it takes you to the publish screen, and then go ahead and click on it again. And this takes you to the dashboard screen. So there is a ton of information that's at play here. You can see that 44 out of 44 emails, they were distributed, or they were in this distribution. But what exactly happened to all 44? And we can see here that there's several different statuses that the emails are logged in. The first being bounced. So if I were to click on bounce, we can see that these email address never received the email. And if you hover over the exact email address, you can see the date and the timestamp that it was bounced. Bounced really means it was an invalid email. There was an error with the email. Something is going on where our server could not deliver that to them. Posted, a little bit similar. This means it has left our servers and it was sent to be received by the inbox, but it has not been received yet. This usually means there's a filter on the email, something preventing it from receiving our emails. Error, again, it was tried to be sent, it tried to send, and it was not received. Delivered, that is a great one. It means it is in the recipient's email inbox, but they have not opened it. And again, I want to point out, as we progress through the different statuses, you can see the different dates and times that the email occurred in that status. Opened, which means they opened the email in their inbox, they viewed the content. Clicked means they clicked on something within that email, whether it be a link, a report card, picture, something, they interacted with it in some way. So that's a pretty good sign. And again, we can see finally that you can still see all of the time logs for each different status. This is a great way for administration to track, you know, our parents interacting, our parents seeing. It's also a way to kind of check yourself if a parent comes to you and say, hey, I never received that email. You can go ahead and check the logs, and if they did in fact, well, you can kind of help them see what was the issue or if anything else was going on. I'm going to take you to a class page now. I'm going to take you to second grade just to give you an idea of what they look like. So you can see it looks very similar to the Schoolwide page, but these are private pages, so only second grade teachers, second grade parents, and second grade students would have access to this page. I'm going to take you to another one just so we can view an announcement. So like I said earlier, These class-wide announcements are only being sent to the parents of the, in this case, first grade. So only first grade parents receive this. And they also have a dashboard available that looks very similar to the school-wide one. Also, teachers have a lot of customization that they can do with their class page. They can change their banner, and they can also change the background pattern and color that they want. Lastly, they can either hide or reveal different menu items at the top of their class page. They can change the name as well. So once that saves, I will take you through the last portion of the class page. So you can see this menu bar. They have their grades tab. That takes them to our gradebook, which is also synced with Google Classroom. The reporting tab takes them to all the report card options, whether it be missing assignments, standards report, really any report card that your school uses, we can make that fully electronic for you. And these are also electronically distributed through this system, through the class page. Class calendar, very, very cool. They can have their just general events calendar for first grade or whatever other grade they're in. They can also have their homework calendar, and you can filter on and off these views. Maybe you only want to look at one calendar at a time. You don't want to be bombarded with all different events and homework. So that calendar is really cool, and these are iCalendars, so they function really similar to Google Calendars. We can always link a teacher's Google Calendar with this section. The last section I'm going to show you, well, not the last, but second to last, is the administration tab. So under here is where admins have a lot of flexibility of where they can change things in their school settings. They can set up different grade books, but our most important feature under administration is urgent alerts. So in our urgent alerts tab, unfortunately emergencies do happen within schools, but this can also be used for maybe not so emergency situations. I'm going to take you through the process. I'm going to click add new. You can type your content here. You can also record it using a phone. It automatically posts to Schoolwide. But if maybe it's not an emergency situation and you just want to post to a class page, you have that available to you as well. You can also schedule it to send. Again, that would be for maybe not an emergency situation. And when I say not an emergency situation, that usually means that you're just wanting to capitalize that it notifies parents by text and voice rather than just the traditional email. So again, you can use it for very urgent things. Hopefully you never actually have to and there's never an emergency, but it is there in the case of one. Or you can use it to just capitalize on the usability of the voice option, the phone call, and the texting option. Now I'm going to take you to one of my favorite sections, and that is our people section. So this is available to admins only, but this is our directory. So this is where all of your school's data is held, all of your staff data, all of your parent data, all of your student data. And each parent, staff, and student has their own profile. I'm going to take you into a parent profile just to show you all of the different options that they have. Again, they all have their own profile, but they are linked by the student. That student is the glue that holds everything together in our system. So parents have their personal settings, different roles, different communication settings. They have their contact details, personal information. Pretty standard, but very necessary information. Now, if we contrast this with a student profile, you can see that there is a lot more information. We care a lot more that we have all of this information on file. So you can see they have their primary homeroom and they're linked with their parents, their contacts, secondary email, voice numbers, text numbers, and this obviously plays into, that urgent alert section, so they have to have these in order to receive those, and then their home contacts, personal information, if the school chooses to collect these, great. Their CUME folder, entry, exit, education, disciplinary history, and then their health folder. So allergies, doctors, dentist, and insurance. So now if you look at just the sheer number of fields that we have in a profile, that will now show you how we can use this search bar. So we can search just by type alone. So this brings up all my parents and my school and it keeps a running total, but you can filter it down even more. I need all my, let's say, first grade parents. So now I have all my first grade parents. I can tailor it down to, okay, I need all my first grade parents who their text number is missing. So all 45 of these parents do not have a texting number in their profile. Okay, so I'm just seeing names, but what can I do with this information? If I need to message them all to say, hey, fill in this number, I can do that. I would select all, and then I would click continue. I would select send a message, and this takes you to our individual messaging area. So you can see that this may look like a group email, but these parents will receive this as an individual message. So they're not going to see who else is CC'd. They will only see it in their inbox and think it's only going to them. So you can type something, you can insert an image, a video, table. You can also select different forms that you have available, different reports, Google Drive, from your Google Drive or from your computer. So you have a lot of flexibility with this email alone. You can then preview it. If you like it and you're ready to send, then you can send, which is cool. So after you've sent it, it automatically sends out, and then you have that same dashboard available. You would go into administration messages, and that would give you a log of this, and you can see what parents have opened it, what parents have it. But also, say you don't want to message them, you just want to download a CSV. That's just downloading a spreadsheet with all of their information. Custom export, you can tailor that down so you can control what information is going in that report. I'll take you there. You can just click on the different settings that you want included and then generate that spreadsheet. You can also do a remailing label. So you need to mail all these parents a form. You can do that. You can do it per student. So a household could potentially get more than one letter, or you would print more than one label for them, or you can do it by household, so one label per household. So you have a lot of flexibility with this people section as an admin. And you can see just by scrolling through this automatic dropdown, you can see every single field that is in a parent, staff, or student profile. You can search for it. You can search for all of it. So this is one of my favorite sections. Lastly, I just want to show you if you are a district, you can have all of your schools linked and you can shuffle through their password protected portals just to help you really organize yourself and manage the amount of schools that you have. Thank you for watching this tutorial. We would love to talk to you. We want to meet you, and furthermore, we want to help your school. Please feel free to reach out to us at our support line, which is support@beehively.com, or you can give us a call at our support phone line, which is 888-851-4879. As always, Beehively is here to help you with your needs. Have a great one. Bye-bye.